Sit on down. Gonna bring them in one at a time. Come on now. Let me get 15. 15 with a 5 on it. 15 5. Give me 20. Give me 20 with 20 with a 5 on it. Give me 20. There, right there. Give it to me now. Give me 25. Give me 25. Give me 25 with a $30 bill. Give it to me now. Morning, everybody. Oh, it feels good to be back with you folks this morning. Got the Twiddler in the house. Let's bring that cam up. Let's bring it up. Uh, Chat's up. There you are. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Morning Magic Stocks and Morning Magic Talks. This is Brody once again on November 28th. How are you folks doing out there today? Let's check the levels, make sure the mic is working just fine. Mic is working all right. Let's get the show on the road. We got stuff to do, we got things to be, we got places to go, people to talk to. And we got the Twiddler in Twiddler's Place MTG in the house this morning. 5 viewers online. Everybody's here. Everybody's in, all in the channel. Michael Superbacker, Robert O'Brien. Morning. Looks like we're talking modern cards this morning with Robert O'Brien. Happy to have you here. Holy smokes, Cracker Jackers and folks. We have got ourselves a show. It's exciting out there. It really is. I'm not kidding you. Hey, coach bid $1.89. Give me $1.89, coach. Give me $1 bid on $1.89. Give me two. Give me two. Let's check that price of Hasbro stock this morning. What are we gonna give me for a piece of that stock, boys, boys, boys? Give it to me now. Give it to me now. I've got to see a little bit of Hasbro stock. Let's get that up for the boys today. Early morning, Tuesday, and holy smokes, what is going on out there in the market? What is going on? Because last time, like yesterday, let's just do a little recap here. Like, hey, we saw a whole bunch of power listed yesterday. We saw power on the movers and shakers list. We saw eBay listings. So, like, what's going on now? Like, post like Monday. Did you all have a good Monday? What was going on? Modern. Oh, modern on Monday. No, Commander. Be right back. All right. Yeah, so what's going on is kind of what we want to look at. Yesterday was the launch or failure to launch or the whatever you want to call it, the Magic 30th anniversary product. We all probably we started our day off right here yesterday, folks. We did. It was a great morning to have you folks with us on a Monday and see, let's get this movers and shakers let's going up for you folks here. See what's ended up happening is we saw the sale and how it went. We did. We got to see what sold, how it sold, who sold it. No, we didn't. We we just know that it got taken down in about 36 minutes. That's it. Maybe it sold, maybe it didn't. Shout out to Jurgen, the nerd, and proud of it, and all my friends joining us from across the pond, Savannah Lion and the boys, Earl of Drummer in European Union. Let's talk about it this morning on Magic Stocks with Brody. So we got the price of Hasbro stock at $61.77. It's been trending kind of around that flat line. It's an east-wester buy. That's what we call it. She's just running east-west. It's moving on a sideways trajectory. Not a lot of volatility there. That's when we see the price kind of going up and down and up and down. Who else we got in the chat? Twiddler's Place. I'm going to be stopping by. Twiddler's got a game going on at his channel about 8. So that's really, let's see if we got a link for all you folks joining us. Just link my page. Don't have a pre-treatment link set up. No sweat, Twiddler. I got an invite to go and check out a game tonight, so I think I'm gonna have to do that. It looks interesting. Let's take. I'm gonna join Twiddler over at his place for a game. Take a look. See. Hit up the chat. Blow up the comments. Let's look at this Hasbro stock. Who else we got in the group this morning? Michael Superbacker, the man who's got my back like no one else. Thanks for joining the chat this morning. Robert's on the phone. It's all good. Figured it might be a decent drop yesterday. Yeah, I kind of thought give it time here. If you want a safe place to watch these prices move sort of down and to the right, just a nice smooth a smooth trajectory on a down and to the right. Like Christmas is coming, right? So people are like, I had a little bit of a chat with somebody yesterday. I said, who's going to be the person who gets this in their Christmas stocking with, from somebody as a gift? Opens it up and goes, oh, What do I do with it? Contraband. I don't know, but it's bound to happen. On a 5 day, this stock is up 5%, and on a month, they are at yeah, they're still trending down. So we're gonna sit back. We watch these prices every single day. So if you don't have time to track them and pay attention, join me here in the morning with Morning Magic Stocks with Brody. Today's November 29th. We got a few folks in. We're going to go over the movers and the shakers list today. But like what is happening? I'm telling you, there's all kinds of power, and this is where what I also want to point out to you. Like yesterday was kind of a I didn't know what was going to happen Monday morning when we woke up and sort of looked to see what's on the eBay movers and shakers list. But like on the all side, we have all the power. We have big end cards. We have high dollar sales. We have $25,000 and $50,000 beta cards getting listed on eBay going up on the block. What does that tell you about what's going on? People are looking at offloading copies of their cards now while the dollar for them is strong. It's what it looks like to me. I couldn't believe it when I saw it yesterday, but I'm like excited to do the show today because I want to take a look at some more of this data with you folks. Now, let's get in mind the last time this happened. Well, I don't want to say the last time this happened because this hasn't happened before, but I do need to have a sip of coffee. But the last time stores closed the buy list for cash, it turned out a certain way, and we're going to cover that today and see how that compares to what's going on now. You got my pre-release kits here. I'm holding on to these. I got to do a draft with the Teen Wolf and John from the Barrel House. I just haven't been able to connect with the young man, and I do gotta get Spell Table. Got to find out if he is using Spell Table. So let's check it out. The last time the stores closed the buy list for cash, here's what happened. People aren't buying or selling anything, or weren't buying or selling anything. Then the stores eventually had to pay their rent. They did. They did have to pay rent. It's the reality. So then they start offloading copies of their high-end Magic cards, kind of like what we see happening now. Everybody is, well, I don't want to say everybody, but there's a lot of people. Like I even watched a stream yesterday where the guy was like, "Sell your cards, folks, sell your cards," and I'm like, "Really? All right. Well, let's talk about that, okay?" So I find it's interesting what is going on right now. Some people legitimately saying it's time to sell your Magic cards and like get bucks while you still can. I'm not doing that. I'm not. I can't do it. No way, no how. But we're gonna watch because we're like looking to like always looking for some tasty deals on stuff. Like who isn't? Let's check out the movers and the shakers list here this morning. Morning Magic Talks and Morning Magic Stocks with Brody. I gotta put a link up. I'm gonna go over to Twiddler's Place because I do want to put this link up this morning. Just have a little sip of coffee. There's the guy. I'm not even subscribed. 309. Let's hit that button, will we? Oh yes. Don't mind if I do. Okay. Boom. Let's hit it. Twiddler's here. Let's hit this subscribe button right over there. Ah, feels good, doesn't it? Yeah, it really does. Copy, paste it in the link. Let's get that up for folks to take a look at. Into the chat we go. All right. How's That's how I feel. Sell while there's still value in it. Yeah, I know. I can see why there's a lot of people saying that, and I've heard other people say, yeah, sell and buy back later. But I that takes like skill, precision, and like some timing and all that stuff. It's not something that I'm prepared to even walk in on. But I do know some feelings. I do know something about feelings and what I'm feeling now. So how do you feel about this? You're gonna hold on to your cards, folks? Leave me a comment in the comment section. Let's do that. Let's move this over. Let's bring it up. Oh, we're back on the air this morning. It feels good. Feels good. Let's bring this up. The movers and the shakers list for you folks. Today, we're going to cover some Morning Magic stocks here with your friend Bro to the D. Are we having some technical difficulties here this morning with the stream? I don't know. It's possible. I hope not. We do need our moversy shakersy list working properly in the chat. We do. Let's try again. All right. This one. Give me a second. I might have punted here, folks. I I'm gonna have a little sip of coffee and try and shake this out. Maybe just minimize, close, minimize. We are live. We are on the air. We are here to go down this list here this morning. Let's Hasbro. It's the chat. We're close. All right. Couple of technical difficulties here. We were rolling so good, but that's okay. It's early. This is a good opportunity just to get the bugs out, talk a little bit about what's going on. I did see some of the eBay sold listings yesterday. Oh man, this is looking this is looking pretty bad. Uh Such an amateur. Brody's such an amateur. It's true. I am an amateur. I'm back. All right. We're doing all right now. Who else we got in the chat? Anybody else? Did I miss anybody? All in, all clear, ready to roll? Let's do it. I do want to take a minute, get this figured out. Man, am I having a tough time this morning? It feels like a case of the Mondays on a Tuesday, random Tuesday. Finally got it. Oh, thank goodness for you, Michael Superbacker. Staying with me there, buddy. Oh, right until the end, my friend. Let's do this. Let's look at this list here for a second. What do we got? We got the volcanic. We're on the legacy side here, okay? So let's just take a quick look at some stuff here. I want to compare it to see what this looks like as opposed to yesterday in the all side as far as movers and shakers go, and the vintage cards. I do want to see the vintage cards today just because we had so much power listed there yesterday. It was quite surprising. Let's go. Let's hit the legacy side. All right. All. Let's hit the all side. And then we're going to go, and we did check modern. So look at this. Okay, here we are. Like, does my eyes deceive me? Brody's got to get a little smaller. Duck, Brody. Think small. Think short. The Black Lotus is on the list here, and it moved up a couple of slots, okay? So like, and from what we see here up on the screen, it says, let's take a look. Black Lotus is up 155%. For real? The unlimited version. That's ringing in at 24,250 now. 24,250 up 14,750. like double in price over more than double. That's 155%. Do you believe it or do we not? Are these new listings? I don't know. But we're going to find out because I'm curious to know how much this Black Lotus, why is this Black Lotus so big? It's huge. Something's something's no good. Uh Something's wrong with the stream here, folks. It's giant. This is a giant Black Lotus. It really is. Look at the size of it. Oh my. We might want to just trim this Black Lotus down to size so it'll fit on the screen. Wow. All right. So why is this card listing at $24,250? Well, getting back to our earlier comment, think we're going to see some new listings. We really are. Who's listing it for this kind of price? There it is, boys. There it is. There's this. This looks like a reasonably new listing. It ends in 9 days. It's $100,000 Black Lotus, a BGSer, if you will. This is in at $50. Okay, so this is dragging the market price up. It really is. Somebody's like, it's time to get out. Let's list this baby. Let's put it on the block. Let's try to get some money for it, right? Like before everything goes to zero. So, like, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, so there's one example, right? And let's, like, I mean, we know what it's played in. It's played in prison shops. It's played in Paradoxical, Justice Control, and all the good stuff in Vintage. But, like, okay, it's just a coincidence, Brody. Well, let me tell you something about this. A coincidence is just a coincidence. Two coincidence is a clue. And three coincidence is proof. All right, let's take a look here. Ancestral. All right, so this card's seen a bump up in price, up 117%. Holy smokes for the Alpha Edition, $16,299, up $8,799. Robert O'Brien's back. We were just taking a look at this Black Lotus that just got listed, BGS 95 or 85. Yeah, a BGS 85 for $99,950. And now we're taking a look at Ancestral Recall, second off the top. And the point is, like, there's people that are saying to sell your cards, and there's people doing it. I don't know how much of this is we're gonna see, but like this is prediction. Like this is an easy one, okay? For all of those of you watching, like if you want to sit back and watch what's going to happen over the next couple of months, this is a good place to do it. I'm gonna look at these charts every day. I'll hear from you folks, and if you guys have any comments you want to chime in the chat, do so. But like people who are saying sell your cards, here's what happened the last time stores closed the buy list and people stop buying cards, which looks like it's going to happen for a little while. It's not likely a lot of people are going to be jumping on every product going forward into the holidays from now. People are finding other ways to spend their loot. So the last time that happened, when stores had to pay the rent, they had to sell and liquidate a lot of their high-end cards, right? And in doing so, they lost a lot of their inventory. Players were out. Players were like, "No, you can sit on them." So they sit on them, and then their sales happen, and then it's you know Black Friday and Cyber Monday and Google Tuesday and Rooney Tuesday and you know boobly boobs day. Whatever the sale is, they're waiting for these like Foot to Face had some serious sales on. They had they did. They had some insane sale, high end, super high end sale, right? That's what it was called, the super high end sale, right? So like wait and watch and see what happens because and then what happens when they had to pay the rent and they had to have the super high end sales and everything else to cover their like bricks and mortar, players swooped in and picked up these cards They did. They filled their pockets, and then when the market recovered, the stores were looking at buying back the cards they had, but they were all in the hands of the players. So now, like in anticipation for maybe a market slowdown, and I mean maybe, but like, like look at this. There's all kinds of new listings. There is. So maybe like I mean, I'm that's what it looks like to me. Who knows? We're gonna find out if I'm even close to half of a point right. But we had all the big stuff hit the list yesterday in anticipation for the sale of the whale of a tale of a sale. And we had all kinds of great content. Thank you to all the YouTubers out there making Magic the Gathering content. Let's force opponent to draw 3 cards. So this is up. Like it's like way it's supposedly up, right? I mean, maybe it is, maybe it's not. But like this is a card that commands a good price at it in the best of days, right? Like 20 grand for a for an alpha edition ancestral. It's played in all the vintage decks, but I just want to look and see like okay, there's one at the vendor shop, a minty fresh one. I don't know, just appeared there. 27,999. Yeah. I got a lot of Alpha Beta Unlimited and have been involved since 94, but I never got my hands on the Power Niner. Looked like it's 4 cards for 100,000, so it's a good deal, right? Glad to see your sense of humor is working this morning, Michael. I really appreciate it. Yeah, yeah, that's totally the way it works. Okay, so we got eBay auctions right now going up. We got some Alpha Ancestral for 29. There's another one. Like very, very, very. I gotta have another sip of coffee here, folks. Like, I mean, thanks. Oh, we got Coach in the house. Richie Dubs. Lotus so big it makes 5 mana. That was a big Lotus. I'm a little behind in the chat. Case of the Mondays Part 2. Yeah, Richie Dubs. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate. I need you here, buddy. I need you here. I need you here to do the show. I do. I appreciate all you folks for tuning in with me for a little bit of wild times and craziness that's above. But if you want a smooth place, if you don't want to check these charts and price tracking's not for you, it's boring, just come here. Join the channel, have a coffee, start your day, hang out with the folks who love the game of Magic the Gathering as much as we do. Robert O'Brien, Michael Superbacker, the Twiddler, and everyone who cares to tune in. You're welcome to join us. All are welcome here. All right, so what else have we got going on? Anything else coming across the eBay block? All right, another $29,444 eBay listing. This could be a nice one, a BGS. Anybody got a spare 29,000? Give me 29,000 and plus on a BGS 8. Fantastic condition alpha. So people are definitely pitching parts of their collection. Let's get some money for this stuff before before it all goes to zero. We'll buy it all back later. I don't know. Seems fishy. Time Walk's up there too. It is Alpha Beta Time Walk, all the power. Mox Ruby, of course, right? And like that's Sakura 141% jump up. So like we got some power up here, taking like 100% bump up in price. So is this the market saying, what cards are worth money? These cards, not those other ones that are trying to sell. These ones are worth money. All right. Let's see how long it holds. It might just take a Johan Matuzzi. I'm back. Tire season is almost over. Oh, how are you? I'm so glad to see you. Oh man. Johan, I've been trying to get a hold of you, but you got to be busy. Johan, there you are, my friend. Tire season. I did tires for about 2 years. It's tough. 24 fives and 22 fives and like car tires, passenger tires, truck tires. And like it's a really important job. People need those things on their vehicle to be safe. And it's demanding, and people who do it are well underappreciated. So thank you for everything you do and for joining the free Treon, Johan, the Patreon. Sorry. Yes, you did. You joined, and Brody's just been so busy with the build up to Vegas, and I didn't get a notification turned on. Quite frankly, I didn't think, and I thought no one cared, but Johan does. So thank you very much. I'm glad to see you back today, Johan Matuzzi. We're doing a little bit of morning magic talks and a few morning magic stocks with you folks today. We got friends in the house. We're day two, I guess, of the week, Tuesday. And I saw some content yesterday, all kinds of great stuff on the internet. Even one channel saying, sell your cards. The time is now, right? So now, like yesterday morning when we got up, we saw all kinds of power and stuff listed on the movers and shakers list, some new eBay listings and whatnot. And like now we're doing it again, and we can see like all these cards that are like high dollar getting listed, new listings on eBay. People trying to get some money for this stuff. Maybe they're anticipating the price going to go down. I'd say wait. We're going to wait. The last time this happened or anything like this where people just stopped buying product from Wizards, it took a while, but stores did lose a lot of their inventory because you do got to pay rent eventually. I did tires too, but I got tired of it. But nice. Nice work, Richie Dubs. Ah, very nice. Very nice. Let's hit up so we got just a snapshot for you folks here. Let's hit up the modern side. We got Robert O'Brien in the house, my man with the K Town clan. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Dark Steel Forge, that was on the list yesterday. It really was. Maybe we can bump over and see like what's going on. What's going on with these guys? Anything? Any news? News for me today, please. Over and under. No news. Pilly Tosh. Well, that's too bad. I love it when they have a new article up for us, but sadly enough, we'll check back in a few minutes. Maybe they have something new. So it doesn't look, it's like these moved around a little bit. Cavernous Souls is added to the list. The first sliver's now there. Grinding Station, Plague Vermin, Urza Saga, Morophon the Boundless. All right. Gonna have a little sip of coffee, then we're gonna run this list. Let's do it. The Steel Forge, oh, Dark Steel. The Dark Steel Forge on the daily list. Right up at the top of the pile, right? Why is this good in modern, Robert? Tell us. Is it good? Is it because of what are we doing with this artifacts you control are indestructible? Is it so good because of the Urza? Is it because of the soldier tokens that Muriel makes? Maybe it's the soldier tokens that Muriel's making for us these days. Let's check it out. Darksteel Forge. That's a big forge, and I don't know what's going on with my scaling today, but holy moly, man, this is really big. No giggities. All right, let's try this. Let's roll down the Darksteel Forge. Never seen it. Never seen a Darksteel Forge? All right. Man, modern card. I got to fix the scale here for you folks. It's really big. Artifacts you control are indestructible. Did it have this shape upon Meriton's creation, or did some inconceivable force shape the unshapable? Pontifex, the elder researcher. So, like, this is the art on the Dark Steel Forge. It's 9 mana. This is not a bad view for us, I guess. Martin Perseveria. It's huge, Brody. I know, I can't fix it. I'm a bloody amateur here this morning. Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know what I'm doing. Terrible, terrible. Like, call yourself a streamer, Brody. This is terrible. Let's see if we can make it the right. There it is. There. That's a little better. Okay. Okay. Oh God, it was so big, and I just like it was creeping up. It was just creepily big. Okay, too big. Let's go. Who's playing this? Urza Chief Artificer. Urza Lord Protector. Brea, the Ethereum Chief. Of course, because the Thopters. Deum Forge. You thick. That's right. It's a great big forge. Coach is in the house. So it's played with all the Artificer decks, the Thopter decks, the Battle Thopter deck. I just want to take a look. Like, I don't see a card that I'm interested in listed here, and that card is the Meryl card. Like, let me see what the Shield of Argive does here. During your turn, okay, when Muriel Shield of Argive attacks, create X 1/1 soldier artifact creature tokens where X is the number of soldiers you control. So that's super relevant. Oh, yes, the Muriel card. She makes soldiers that are also artifacts creatures. Pretty cool. That's why we're seeing some tickety tick up in the price on that Darksteel Forge. Like, why wouldn't you? Decks using this card would run it. Muriel's kind of neat. If she sees her way into modern, there she is. There, Commander. Okay, she's in Commander. And maybe that's why the Darksteel it's a Commander card. Oh, yeah, it is. It's a Commander card, but it made the list. So there you go. Darksteel Forge. I don't know if anyone's playing it in Modern, but it's on the Modern list. Dust my eyes, deceive me. Mycosynth Golem. Affinity for artifacts. Are we playing this in Modern? Let's check it. The 4/5 with affinity for artifacts that costs 8. Any flavor text? Nothing. Jimbo Magic Jim. Hey. How you doing, buddy? Good morning. Glad to have you here. Little Morning Magic Talks and Magic Stocks. Jimbo Magic Jim, you're hanging out with us this morning. Nice to have you here. We're going down the modern list here, but like all these modern cards, they're Commander. It really is. So like they're modern, they're in the modern rotation. So that's we've just found another pitfall of this algorithmic type of data. Mycosynth Golem, of course, it's an affinity boy. Commander card, great. Okay, Gemstone Caverns. Nobody's playing this in Commander. You can't tell me. This thing's been hit with a reprint so many times. It's got bruises. I think this card's been punished for reprint value enough times. I'm not gonna even dream to begin to buy into it. But an interesting article that we did get to check out yesterday, and like that's kind of cool, is this one over at MTG Stocks. We had a write up by Harvey McGinnis, and Harvey did mention the Gemstone Cavern. So like we could check it again for you folks who are tuning in today. But an interesting case here is like this card, as far as the game piece mechanics are concerned, like this card's got a unique niche in modern. I've played it enough times. It's kind of fun. It really is. If it's in your opening hand and you're not playing first, you may begin with it on the battlefield with a luck counter on it. It steals the draw, or it steals the play. It does. Jimbo Magic Jim, this Gemstone Cavern, it'll steal the play. Turn 0, pre-game effect. So it's sort of a card that's seen a couple of reprints. I got hosed buying into this card, and then it came out again in Time Spiral Remastered. So like I've been hosed once on it, so I'm not willing to take a stab at it. Of course, I've already got my play set, but it's an interesting card that was mentioned there by Harvey. It's finding its way onto the movers and shakers list, and I think Harvey did suggest similarly that maybe just don't buy this card. It's probably overvalued or undervalued. I can't really recall what Harvey said there. It's likely overvalued. See, I don't Brody doesn't use the terms value and price interchangeably. Let's see where are we running this thing. Hardened scales. That's where we're running it. We need that fast mana. Robert O'Brien, are you playing hardened scales? What are you playing in modern? Crashing footfalls? It's played in footfalls. Holy smokes. Okay, so the gemstone, the caverns. There's also Gemstone Mine, which is another great card. Just a casual 12 mana. Hmm. Yeah. Casual 12 mana. Mycosynth Golem. Yeah, right? Just a casual dozen. Ha. Yeah, the Gemstone Cavern, it's played in modern. It really is. Hardened Scales using it. And Crashing Footfalls, a card, a deck archetype that we seem to be seeing a lot more in modern. Brazen Borrower, 4 copies. You got the Shardless one. How this deck version, it went 6-2 in Chicagoland modern. 6-2. All right, let's take a look. Of course, the Force of Negation, Violent Outburst, Dead and Gone, Fire and Ice. Ardent Plea, Leyline Binding, Beside You, Breeding Pool, Flooded Strand, Otawara, a card that I really like. How many copies are they running? The Gemstone. Gemstone. Misty. I don't even see it on this deck list. They lie. They lie. Always check. Lesson to you folks. The brain. The brain is here. The most thinkingest man in the game of Magic the Gathering. The dual brain. I got my dual brain shirt on. Of course I do, because it's Tuesday, and that's what we do. Thanks for stopping by, Brain. It's morning Magic Stocks and Magic Talks with Brody. We're running down the modern list, and for those of you tuning in, like, do you know what is worth talking about? The fact that all these high dollar cards are turning up on the eBay listings. Like it's a fact. Like in in the movers and the shakers list yesterday, we saw a whole bunch of power just like enter the fold on eBay. We got a Lotus for 100, an easy 100,000, casual Lotus listed for 100,000, and then we got a couple of time twisters and an ancestral recall, which is looks looks kind of like people trying to uh, maybe get some money for their high end cards, anticipating a price drop. So yeah, like look at all the big dollar stuff. Like this is some new stuff on the market. Unlimited Lotus for $99,000. Oh, Richie Dubs, what are you on? Nice. 11 watching, 6 likes. Yes. Yeah, brain's call to action from the brain. Hit that like button. If you do, uh it helps the channel. I really appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'm on Academy Manufacturer with Tireless Tracker, Provisioner with Goose and Rags. Coco seems sweet. Oh, and 2 Corval, best card in the deck. Oh, now we gotta check this out. What? Let's look up some of this. Some of this. I'm not gonna say it, but okay. You got Academy Manufacturer. Okay, was going to call it jank, but it could be good. So I dare not. I dare not. All right, the Academy manufacturer. If you okay, yeah. Oh, food. Yeah, this is good. This is really good. This is not jank. This is really good. Okay, tireless tracker. I like it. So land enters, you get clues, and then with this guy, you get one of each. Right, one of each. Give me one of each. I like it. That that seems fine. And then the tireless tracker, of course. Landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, investigate. Create a clue, which has two. Sacrifice this. Draw a card. Whenever you sacrifice a clue, you get to put a 1/1 counter on this tireless tracker. And this thing gets bigger and bigger. It's already like a 3-2 beater. It's hard to deal with. And this thing might be like a good pickup. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I like the card. It has been moving down. And like just a year or so ago, like this thing was just beating everybody down in modern. Amulet Titan. Yes, it's played in Titan. Yeah, right in modern. So another really good card. If you don't, yeah, it's just a card I never did Innistrad. I never did. Oh, that's not a mystery booster. I want to go to the Innistrad version. Way better. Hello, Clarice. There it is. Tireless tracker, tirelessly tracking its way. All right, so Richie's running the manufacturer with tireless tracker and the goose. The golden goose, and then Rags seems sweet. 2 Corvold. So let's okay. Best Corvold's the best card in the deck. So we got to look up that Corvold the cursed. King. Fake Curse King. Whenever Corvold enters or attack, sacrifice another permanent. If you sack one, put a 1/1 counter and draw a card. He just gets you. He just gets you gas. Hey, love it. Corvold, $17. So yeah, we're definitely reviewing some cards. I want to hear from you folks in the comments section. We're running down the modern list. What are you guys playing? What's on the list here today? And like, don't be don't be fooled. Some of these cards are definitely commander cards. Like they make their way on this modern list. They're just in modern rotation. Uh so we see them on the list there. We do. We're gonna have a little sip of coffee, and then we're gonna run down a little bit more on this list here. I'm gonna be on for a little bit past the hour, bringing you a little bit of morning magic stocks and magic talks with the friends of the Magic the Gathering. So, Cavern of Souls, it was written about over the weekend by our friend Harvey. The first sliver. This goes in every sliver deck. It's commander card. It really is. Do we see it in modern? No, we can't. It's not possible. Historic Brawl. Is Brawl coming back? I don't know. I think we're pretty much everybody's pretty much going to just build Commander and play casual until the foreseeable future. Statistically, we see a jump in the market after Black Friday. So yes, Black Friday. We just had Cyber Monday. And then we're gonna have Rooney Tuesday and a lot of sales, eh? The last time people stopped buying product, stores had to put a lot of sales on just to pay their rent because there's like a huge slowdown in in that product moving off the shelf. It's making it hard for I feel for local stores right now. I really do. It's making it hard. No giggities. Cavern of Soul. We lost our local game store, so when that happens, it's never a fun thing when you don't have a place to play Magic. This is definitely a modern card. It enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. It's $58.74 for this right now. Does that seem like a decent price? I don't know. This card's always been expensive. It really has. And like it's seen a reprint more times than I'd like to say. It will get hit with another reprint eventually. This is just more print equity. Yeah, Amulet Titan's running it. Doomsday's it's running Legacy too. Hey, what are we naming with it in Legacy? We're naming the Merfolk, right? So we can or Wizard, so we can cast the uncounterable Thassa's Oracle. Oh, brutal. Yeah, the Gemstone Caverns, a sweet card, modern card. Also seen it played in Legacy. That's what we're doing with the Gemstone Cavern. Yeah, I mean, it's a card. You usually have one of it in the deck. How many do they run in? What else? Playset? I think not. A Boreal Grazer. It's Gemstone Cavern of Souls. Cavern of Souls. Yeah, 3-pack. LGSs are the foundation of the future of the game. It is. It's totally, right? Like, it's got to be hard. Like, after what we saw yesterday, all this direct to consumer marketing, like, and then we pop over here and we're looking at the eBay listings, and like you go on the movers and the shakers in the morning, and the all section is just full. It's like it's all the power, and there's just all these new listings on there, and people are like trying to get 100 grand for their cards because they're just like, screw it, I'm out, right? Like, I saw some of the content yesterday, people saying, time to sell your cards, time to sell your cards. Like, literally, I heard that, and I'm like, really? Like, I'm not doing that. But like, you got up yesterday morning, you see this these listings start coming up, people are trying to get some money out of their collection before it all goes to zero. And then like this morning you get up and there's more listings, right? So like that's the chatter we're hearing. We're running modern cards because Robert O'Brien likes it when we do that. And we like Robert O'Brien, and we like having him here joining us on the channel. If you want me to run some of the old stuff, I can too. But like City of Brass, here's a great card, 8th edition. How much? $15.99 for a City of Brass. This thing's been reprinted a pile of times. It really has. It really has seen a few reprints. I Let me try and just run this here. Not time to sell. No. It'll be reprinting sooner rather than later. I have a BGS 10 OG Caverns. Yeah, no, it's not the time to sell. But if you need a safe place to just sit back and relax and watch the incoming shenanigans that's going to happen, the last time, like one of the bigger stores up in Canada where I'm at, they closed their buy list for cash submission, and it might be open again. But the last time they did it, eventually, like, people stopped buying product. They did, and the stores had to pay rent. And then when they had to pay rent, they started having a lot of sales on super high end sales, super high end card sale. And then the players cleaned them out, right? And then we saw another leg up in the whole market about a year later. So let's like sit back and watch how this unfolds, because it's going to be a little while, maybe in past the holidays, before you guys can do the old stuff. No, I never do the modern stuff. It gives me a reason to do it. I'm not like, I suck at modern. I'll tell you, I'm really bad at it. I'm not a great modern player. It's really competitive. I'm not good at it. I play it because it's fun. I have a deck that maybe two. I'm on food. I'm playing the food deck. Okay, so I got like the Asmo Kaldekar and the Underworld Cookbook and the Time Sieve. So it's just the modern, like, you gotta put in a lot of time with the same deck, and like really gotta grind it. And I don't have the ability to do that unless it's online and play testing. But paper play is so much different because you can make play mistakes and all that kind of stuff. We did check the old stuff. I mean, we'll run over the old stuff. We really do. So City of Brass, this is on the modern list. It is for some reason, but give me a sip of coffee and we'll show you. It's Commander card. It is. Dragon's playing it. Joda's the Unifier's playing it. Johan Matuzi is in the house. Man, first started live streaming, that guy. Uh Joining me over on the channel for some morning magic stocks. So this is it's actually a commander card. Don't let your eyes fool you. City of Brass, it taps for any color mana. It fixes the slot, right? It fixes that mana slot. And Plague Vermin. Vermin. This is like another. Oh, I get a. Okay, let's check this out because I didn't get much time to take a look at this deck list that I saw yesterday. But Plague of Vermin from Shadowmoor. I like. Okay, I like these old Shadowmoor foils. I do. I like them more than people are giving credit for them. All right. So if you guys like the old Shadowmoor foils, give me a thumbs up below. If you like the old Shadowmoor foils, I do. The past couple of months have presented some nice opportunities to buy. Yeah, I'm not Brody usually does like a what I'm buying video, right? And like let's face it, it's been exhaustive with the number of products releasing. And I'm waiting for like how do you catch a falling knife, right? You could stand under it and try and like time it and like, yeah, grab it, right? Try and catch that knife like this. Or like, do you want to like stand back and just watch all the shenanigans and that thing just drops, goes, bounces around, and then you just kind of go over and pick it up. So that's kind of the approach that I'm taking. Laurenbrock, sick foils, right? This is a deck I wanted to look at a little yesterday. Marrow Gnawer, the cool commander deck, a rat deck. This this deck, like, it's a little bit Wizards themed, right? Rats and rogue rats. Later, guys. Richie Dubs got to run. Thanks for joining us, Richie. Appreciate having you here. Thanks for checking out the stream this morning, Richie Dubs. Can't start the stream without you in the morning. Appreciate you for stopping by. Chat, it's up there. I can put it back in there one more time. And I think I'll do it because that's what we got to do. If you get some time later tonight, I'm gonna pop over there and have a peek. There's a link in the comment section below for Twiddler's Place MTG. So Richie Dubs, before you go, there check that out tonight at 8 p.m. if you got a little bit of time. Michael Superbacker giving the shouts. Why is the chat box so hidden? Ah, there, that's better. Let's get the chat box up there where it's supposed to be. Just a little bit past the hour. I like this. I do like this card. This deck. It's kind of neat. I think it's kind of fun. Rat deck, a little bit themed here for Wizards this morning. Pack Rat. Pack Rat's power and toughness equal to the number of rats you control. Its commander and all the rat stuff. This is an upside down flippy rat card. Target opponent discards a card. Then if that player has no cards in hand, flip Nezumi the Short Fang. Huh. And then you flip it. What is this? What set is this from? Upside down cards. Rogue Rat. Oh, Mystery Booster Retail Edition full. That's confusing. Stab Whisker the Odious. Man, this is the one confusing card. I don't know. Jeez, Juby. Well, there was a really cool card on the list that I did like. This Nap Miser. I think this is a good card in Commander. Each opponent's hand size is reduced by one. Like, it's good for 1 mana. Does a lot of work for you. The Nap Miser, right? Like it. Okay, let's keep running. So that card here is Plague of Vermin. It's on the list here. The modern side, Grinding Station, of course, and like the Dark Steel Forge, like the Muriel tech with the Dark Steel Forge, making the soldier artifact soldier tokens. How come all the tokens are also artifacts now? Like, I guess it makes sense because of the Brothers War, but like that's like another like that's like next level. Like making like young pyromancer was good, but like making artifact token creatures is way better. It's just like so much better, right? Like yeah, so cards are getting a little bit more powerful. Urza Saga, this land's really good. Like it's super good. Enchantment Land, $34 for this thing. Like I never bought it. I don't have it. I mean, it never opened it for Modern Horizons 2, and it's commanding a $35 price. Like it and for good reason. It's played in Vintage. I don't know how. Let's see what decks are running it in yeah, Hammer Time, right? You could put you could put the hammer on the construct. Why not? Give the hammer to the construct, beat your opponent in the face. Yeah, man, Robert, artifacts are really strong at the moment. It's insane how just putting that like look at that. Like you're running the saga makes a construct, which is an artifact. And then the Darksteel Forge, like that's why the Darksteel Forge is probably like it's super good too, because in Commander with all these new constructs and like the Muriel making artifact tokens in the Darian deck, I can see why. Hammer Time plays it. Blue Tinker in Vintage plays it, and Amulet Titan plays it. So it's played across multiple formats. This card is like a straight to friggin' Vintage card. It's like Luris, right? It's really powerful. And it's reprintable. So keep in mind, maybe that's a card we want to just sit back and wait for stuff to happen. Morophon the Boundless, another card on the modern list. It's in on the list in the bottom today. This legendary spell shifter. This is a neat card. I like this card. Okay, and here's why. The changeling mechanic, it's super strong. Okay, it's also like kind of reminds me of what we see with like the artifact mechanic of that what we're just discussing, but like the changeling mechanic, why is it good? Okay, every lord that you have now works on this creature, so that's pretty great. Also the removal that other creatures you control of the chosen type get +1/+1. Spells of the chosen type cost a Wooburg less. And it's a 6/6. But like the removal that you get with like a card like this, if you can make your opponents uh here, okay, I gotta put this card up. This is a card that was mentioned. Oh, there's Blades of Velis Vels, right? Blades of Velis Vel. This is the tribal instant shapeshifter card. Okay, Changeling. This card is every creature type. Up to 2 target creatures each get 2/0 and gain all creature types until end of turn. And I got to thank the viewers for the tech on this card because this is a card that I had never heard of until it was posted here in the channel. So this is basically changeling tech, right? If it isn't a changeling, you can make it one. You can make your own changelings, or you can make your opponents. If yours are not changeling, you can make them changeling with this. So all of a sudden they get buffs. Now, why is that good? Like, I mean, if you have a card like the King Solomon, you know, you just tap him to destroy a target Djinn or a free. You can make him a changeling so that he gets buffs from Morophon, and then you can use the blades to turn something else of your opponent's into a Djinn and changeling, which is also a Djinn, and kill it. The Morophon, the Boundless. It's costing $23 this morning. Interesting card. It's straight to commander. Really good. We're gonna be hitting the road here this morning. That's it for me. I appreciate you folks for tuning in here this morning, and I'm gonna bring up the big list here this morning because this is like the what's the most noteworthy sort of a card that was on the list here. The new and I think this is a new listing. It looks like a new listing. The Black Lotus, the unlimited version for $100,000. Interesting to see that on the movers and the shakers list. So prices are getting dragged higher. If you can't believe what you see, you've seen it here first, folks. So this day is going to give us another little bit of a retrospect on Monday, which just happened yesterday, the day where the MTG 30 price dropped and then it didn't. Now all of a sudden Tuesday we saw some power hitting the list early in the morning, and now we see some more just moving on to the market. It's a big chunk of people's collections going on in the market, trying to pull the rug and get some cash before everything goes crazy. If you want a nice place to sit back and watch these prices move, then you've come to the right place. You really have. So before we head out today, I would like to give a special shout out to all of those tuning in. Richie Dubs, Michael Superbacker, Twiddler's Place. I'm going to try and make my way over there this evening to, what do you call a fish wearing a bow tie? Show fishtication. Enjoy your Tuesday, folks. Be kind to one another. Be safe. Have fun. And we'll talk to you all again tomorrow. Today is November 29th, 2022. Be sophisticated. And we'll talk to you all tomorrow. I think we should all raid the Dual Brain channel. Raid! Benson! Hey, hey, hey. Benson, I see you there. I see your comment, and man, I'm sorry to miss you here this morning. I gotta run. Been on for an hour. Catch me tomorrow. Sorry I missed you, buddy. We really had a lot of fun, and we're missing you. We even put the Blades of Velis Vels up, and that's a shout out to you, buddy. Enjoy your day. Sorry I missed you.